cite the Bible and we think that's good enough, not understanding that the devil himself believes that God is one and the demons tremble. And he quotes the Bible to Jesus, for crying out loud. And so we have to make sure that we are interpreting it rightly and living it accordingly, and making sure we're doing it in the proclamation and in the demonstration. And I think we've erred on the proclamation at the cost of the demonstration.
Yeah,
and that'll preach, right? That'll preach.
that's very, very good and very elegantly said. That's the proclamation demonstration frame is a really helpful one. Rodney Stark wrote a book that echoed that, where I think the phrase that he used was communal compassion or communal care, and he went through, it sounds like it's very much the same thing, but how did this group, small messianic movement of several dozen people, grow into the dominant faith in the entire Western world in a matter of 2 centuries? And it was not through political power, wasn't through cultural power either. It was through the demonstrations of love, of caring for the widow, the orphan, the children, the people in need, really leaning in when people were suffering from medical conditions, treating women as, something better than third-class citizens because of the patriarchal, misogynistic culture that existed at that time. So those are really the things, as you say, the demonstration of the Christian witness. That's ultimately what wins the hearts of people. The proclamation, I mean, there's obviously a place for proclamation, but faith is not a series of mathematical equations. It's not the intellect matters. As I said earlier, the intellectual journey was important to me, but that can only get you so far. And in the end, reason doesn't get you to faith. Faith isn't reason. It doesn't mean it's irrational, but it means it's transrational. And for whatever reason, in my reading of the scriptures and my understanding of the Christian faith, that there is something about faith that is, Jesus saying to Thomas, blessed are those who haven't seen and believed. There's something more blessed about not seeing and believing, the act of faith that gets people to a place. And so you're not going to convince people through mathematical formulations or through just proclamations. You have to do it. You have to speak the language that others speak, and that's the language of love and compassion and empathy and